Hey guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant and welcome to the channel. So today I'm going to be telling you what are the best things about this 65-inch Samsung Q90r. Just got to say a massive thanks to the guys at box.co.uk for supplying me with this TV, because if it wasn't for those guys I wouldn't be able to make these videos for you guys at home. So massive thanks to them, and if you do want to pick up one of these TVs I will leave a link in the description below. Just want to point out that in no way am I paid to say positive things about this TV. I am allowed to say exactly what I want, and further proof of that is the fact that not only am I doing this best things about it video, I will also be doing a worst things about it video, because I think that, to be honest, you've got to show the pros and the cons. You can't just be showing, one side or the other. So I like to show both. Then I know that I am being perfectly honest and open to you guys, and you can then make your own decision whether you think this is a TV for you or maybe not for you. So please just bear that in mind, that these are just my personal opinions, and you might not agree with them, and that's perfectly fine. But this video is to help you guys out to potentially make or maybe not make a purchase of this TV. So just a quick update for you guys who are followers of the channel and who have been sending well wishes to my partner who has been in hospital recently. Well, I've got some great news. She is now out of hospital and she is on the road to recovery. So a massive thanks to everyone who has been sending us messages of support. Really appreciated. Thanks very much. Right, so I think it's now time that we crack on with the video. Right, the first best thing about this Samsung Q90r is the One Connect box. Now, I think this is a really good idea, and for any of you guys that don't know what a One Connect box is, well, it's simply an external box that connects to the TV via one single cable. The box itself, you connect all your HDMIs, your LAN cable or anything like that. Anything that you'd normally connect to a TV, you connect into that box, and then all you have is one single cable that is, well, as you can see, very thin, that goes to the TV. It means it's a much neater install. As you can see round the back, there is no cables all hanging out of it or anything like that. You haven't got to reach round the back to plug anything in or out. It's all nice and accessible, and it just makes for a much neater install. And one of the other bonuses about it is that the cable that goes from the box to the TV is 5 meters long. So you've got loads of room for maneuver when it comes to positioning that box. So, you've not got to be dragging cables up to the TV. You've got that one single cable that goes to the box that you can have, quite far away, obviously. And then that box then has got a further, I think it's maybe 2 meter cable that goes to a socket to plug that in. And yeah, it's just a really simple but good idea, and it just makes it look so much smarter on the wall that you haven't got loads of HDMI cables all hanging out all over the place. So that is my first best thing about this TV. So the next best thing about this TV is the Apple TV app. Now, again, I think this is really good. Very simple. It means that you don't necessarily have to have anything like a Apple TV box like that anymore. If you've got films and things like that already with Apple, you can watch them back on your TV simply through that app, or you can just buy them through the app if you so wish. It's so simple, but so effective. You've got access, like I said, to all your movies. You've got TV shows on there and things like that, and a lot of people like Apple stuff, so there's going to be a lot of people out there who have already got Apple content, and this just frees it up to watch on a big screen, which is really good. And the good thing about it is as well that you can watch content that is like 4K and HDR, so it's not like limited to 1080p or anything like that. Also, whilst we're along these sort of lines, is the fact that this TV supports Apple AirPlay 2. So again, you know, you can use your phone, tablet, you know, any sort of Apple device like that, Mac. So you can stream stuff to the TV, like your music as well, or pictures. And yeah, it's just a really, really good setup. I just wish other manufacturers would jump on the bandwagon and implement this into their TVs. So that is my next best thing about this TV. Right, so the next best thing about this TV is the anti-reflective coating. Now, this might not sound anything spectacular, but trust me, when you are watching a TV as big as this in a bright room, it is really handy to have. And you may have seen my previous video. If not, go and check it out, where I've compared this to an LG OLED. And yes, don't get me wrong, the LG OLED did do very, very well. But this does seem to have award-winning, class-leading anti-reflective properties. Now, I'm in, like, you know, quite a bright room here at the moment. And yes, you can see some reflections there. But to be honest, it's about as good as you are going to get on any TV these days. Especially at night, we've got some bright lights up there. And yeah, when they are on, it really does help dull down that, you know, reflectiveness that you'd get off a traditional TV like this. So yeah, that is the next best thing about this TV, and that is the anti-reflective coating. Next best thing about this TV is the viewing angles. Now, some of you guys will know me for reviewing OLED TVs, but I am going to actually just review this TV on its own merits for the type of TV it is. And it is basically an LCD TV, and they are well known for not having amazing viewing angles. But this QLED, to be fair, is really, really good. Like I said, not up to an OLED standard, but I'm gonna sort of base this on what it is and compare it to other LCDs, and this just blows other LCDs out of the water, quite frankly. I mean, that is pretty crazy for the technology it is, and I'm pretty astounded that they've managed to do it. Other LCDs would really wash out, and yeah, you just lose a lot of the quality of the picture, to be honest. Where this, it doesn't matter how far around I go, it still looks, you know, pretty reasonable, to be fair. I mean, you lose a little bit of colour and that, you know, I wouldn't say it massively washes out, but, you know, for the technology it is, I think it is really, really good. So that is the next best thing about this TV, and that is the viewing angles. Right, next best thing about this TV is the remote. Now, you're going to say, well, hold on, that don't look anything special. And no, it doesn't look anything special. But it ain't just one remote. You get two remotes. Now, I think this is really good. I've had this before with Samsung, where they supply two remotes. You get one sort of run-of-the-mill, bit cheapo plastic jobby. But also, you get this really gorgeous metal finished remote. It's just absolutely beautiful. The design of it is so slick. It's nice and simple. And I just wish other TV manufacturers would make remotes that look as nice as this and feel as nice in the hand. And it is great to just have two. That, you know, you can have one for best as such. I mean, we use the other one, this plastic one here, when the kids are around. They get to use that one, so if it gets scratched up, you know, beaten up a bit, you know, if we have to put tape round the battery compartment and that in a few months' time, it doesn't really matter. And yeah, we then just keep this one for best. And yeah, it is really nicely designed and just feels really nice in hand because it is metal. It just feels premium. So that is the next best thing about this TV, and that is you get a really nice remote and you actually get two remotes. So the next best thing about this TV is the upscaling. Yeah, this TV, to be fair, does a cracking job of upscaling low quality TV programs or films. It really, really does do an amazing job. Now, I'd love to show you guys some live TV in lower quality content, but I can't because of copyright reasons. But I've got some of my own footage here, and that is just in HD. And yeah, it looks absolutely stunning. It does such an amazing job. It can turn what would normally be quite a sort of a fuzzy looking image to a really nice, sharp and detailed image, should I say. As you can see there, you know, it doesn't look bad at all. You've got to remember, this is a 65-inch TV. This video that you're watching on this TV was recorded on a mobile phone. So yeah, I think it does a cracking job. And dare I say, it's probably the best that I've seen at upscaling real low quality content. And so if you're the sort of person who watches, you know, just regular TV that is maybe not in the best resolution going, you know, not everyone watches or has access to 4K content all the time, then maybe this could be the TV for you. So yeah, that is the next best thing about this TV. Right, the next best thing about this TV is the stand. Now, obviously, this TV is wall mounted at the moment, but I've brought the stand in nonetheless to show you guys. And this is a really nice weighty bit of kit. Now, it might just seem a bit of a boring thing to mention, but you know, some people who do have it mounted on a stand, you know, you've got to look at it all day long, and it's nice to have something that, you know, is good quality. It's solid metal, it's not like cheap plastic or anything like that. And one good thing that people don't often think about is the footprint of it. Now, talking of footprint, if I put my foot up against it, as you can see, as far as stands go, it's not actually that wide. I hear a lot of people asking questions, excuse me, on forums and stuff about stands, because quite often the feet are quite wide apart, and they are concerned that the stand won't fit on a like a TV stand as such, or should I say like a table. And you know, you don't want that worry that, oh, you know, are the feet going to be too wide for it? Where this, you know, you're not going to have that worry. So yeah, I think it's just nice, simple, does the job, and you're not going to have a problem putting this TV on top of anything really, because, you know, it is just so nice and compact. Right, the next best thing about this TV is the brightness levels. Now, if you are the sort of person who likes a really, really bright image, then you ain't going to go far wrong with one of these TVs. That's for sure. It is really, really bright. Some cases a bit too bright for my liking, but you know, everyone's got different tastes. And yeah, it can be very, very handy, I must admit. Again, when it comes to, you know, bright rooms or anything like that. You know, our TV is at an angle to the window. So yes, like I said, as I showed before, we do get reflections, but we don't generally get the sunlight that much directly on the TV itself. But if you are the sort of person who has your TV set up in that sort of manner, then you are not going to go far wrong with this TV. We had it one day where the light was just streaming in at the right angle, and I must admit, this TV bumped up the brightness to a level I've never seen it do before, and it was just immense how bright it got. I was absolutely gobsmacked, to be honest. I mean, at the moment, I have not got everything turned up or anything like that. This isn't my usual settings, by the way, but still, backlight's only at 40, and you know, you can turn off like the eco mode and things like that and bump it up even more. But trust me, you know, it's such a bright image, and yeah, it looks really good if you know, that's the sort of thing you want. And with HDR content, again, you know, those bright scenes are intensively bright. It just mind-blowing how bright it can get at times. So yeah, that is the next best thing about this TV, and that is the brightness levels. So the next best thing about this TV is the black levels. Now, again, a lot of people who watch this channel are fans of OLEDs. I am myself. But again, judging this TV on its own merits for exactly what it is, the black levels are really, really good, to be fair. I have done comparison videos between the two, so if you do want to go and see what that's like, please go and check that out. But yeah, basing this compared to other LCD screens, it does a cracking job. I've got some demo footage here, and as you can see, it's in this sort of bright room condition, it does look very, very good. Don't get me wrong, when you knock off the lights and that, you can see blooming on certain scenes. I'm going to cover this in another video, but it can be a bit of a hit and miss sometimes. Some scenes are better than others. But like on this demo, it seems to be doing a very good job. And, if you are the sort of person who maybe is put off by maybe an OLED because of things like potential burning and things like that, then again, I've got to say, this is probably going to be about as good as you are going to get at the moment for when it comes to black levels. So that is the next best thing about this TV. Right, the next best thing about this Samsung Q90r is the addition of FreeSync. Now, if you've got an Xbox like this, an Xbox One X, then you can take advantage of FreeSync. And if you're a gamer out there, you're going to know what the advantages of this is. Basically, it will just make your games run and look a lot smoother. So yeah, I think this is a great addition. So as you can see, we've got Forza Horizon 4 playing here, and yeah, it looks really, really nice. And we've got that FreeSync on. If I just show you guys here a minute. Yeah, there you go, FreeSync. HDR, UHD, and yeah, it looks absolutely stunning. So I think FreeSync is a great addition to this TV, and if you've got an Xbox or a compatible device, you're going to get some really nice smooth gameplay. Right, so the final best thing about this Samsung Q90r is, well, it's only a little thing, but it's the little things that can make it a great all-round experience. And that is when you plug in a device such as like a Skybox or an Xbox or anything else like that, it comes up with a nice logo. Not just saying that, it's connected to an Xbox, actually puts up a picture of an Xbox controller, and the Skybox, it actually comes up with this Sky logo. Like I said, it's only a little thing, but I think that is a nice little touch. So that is the final best thing about this TV. So there you have it then, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that video, and if you did, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. And please feel free to go and check out all my other videos to do with the Q90r and LG OLEDs. I've got loads of them to do with like gaming, setting them up, unboxings, and just, yeah, generally loads of videos that are useful to anyone out there looking to buy one of these TVs or an OLED. So please go and check them out. And if you've not already subscribed to the channel, then maybe think about subscribing for more of the same in the future. So thanks very much for joining me today, and hopefully I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.